On a quiet Sunday evening, you're relaxing on your couch and watching a movie. Then you suddenly hear a blast. You run to your window to see what's happening. You see aircrafts flying in the sky, big tanks and soldiers rushing in your front yard. Suddenly, you spot a missile coming towards you. It was just a dream. War, the term which is everyone scared of. Mankind have already experienced fierce world wars. Also, the two epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana. But there is one war older than Mahabharata mentioned in Rig Veda, which is unknown, unseen, and untold. In the late 1900 and 1800 BCE, the Indus Valley civilization started to decline. It eventually gave rise to the Aryavarta. Aryans were the tribes who migrated from regions of Central Asia, Europe, and Iran, who settled in the northern parts of India. This formed various tribes and confederacies, of which Sudasa, the king of Tratsu Bharata, was one of the most powerful confederacies of India. It was the wealthiest kingdom of India in all aspects of land, treasure, people, and trade. It had neighbors Alina, which now settled in Afghanistan, Matsya in northern India, and Parsu from Persia. Some confederacies wanted his wealth, while the others wanted to throw him out of his throne. According to the Rig Veda, his grandfather, with the help of Lord Indra, destroyed 99 towns of King Sambhara and killed him. On these places, 10 confederacies were formed. Also, King Sudasa devastated them with this valiant and powerful army. This enraged the 10 kings to raise a siege over King Sudasa. Great sage Vishwamitra was the Purohit of King Sudasa, but eventually king appointed sage Vasishtha as his Purohit, which further provoked sage Vishwamitra to unite all the confederacies and laid down world's first battle. This was not a war between 5 kings against 5 kings, but a battle between a valiant king Sudasa and 10 confederacies, which was led by the king Samvarna, a Puru dynasty king with other kings of Alina, Anu, Bhrigus, Balanas, Dasa, Druhyus, Matsya, Parsu, and Panis. It took place approximately 3500 years ago. In the 14th century BCE, which took place near Parsuni river. In present day, it is also known as Ravi river. As it was 5 centuries before Mahabharata, it was no mere Neolithic stick and stone fight. It was the first organized war with infantry, cavalry, archers, and elephants. King Sudasa was a great devotee of Lord Indra. So, with the help of Devraj Indra, King Sudasa was able to overpower all the 10 confederacies with a small but advanced army of 6,500 soldiers, with modern techniques and advanced weapons of iron and copper, against a huge army of 66,000 soldiers, 50 elephants, 20 chariots, and 2,000 cavalry. all the opponents were astonished by their unique strategies and modern weapons. It was the first time that sword was used on the soil of India. According to the Rig Veda, King Sudasa and his army were forced to retreat, but they managed to cross the Parsuni river safely, while his foes were trying to pursue were scattered by a flood, which was driven by great sage Vasishtha, and were drowned or slaughtered by Sudasa's men. Later on, he also defeated Aja, Shigru, and Yaksha on the banks of Yamuna river. King Sudasa was able to defeat the entire confederacies of 10 kings. All the enemies of Sudasa's were defeated. Thousands were killed. Being the first emperor of ancient India, he was the one to unite whole India and to bring the concept of Akhanda Bharata. Bharat, the official name of the Republic of India, is actually named after a descendant of the Puru dynasty, King Bharata. And King Sudasa was the descendant of the Emperor Bharata. Later on, the Bharata clan allied with the Puru clan, giving rise to the great dynasty, the Kuru dynasty. It was King Sudasa, whose descendant Porus, who laid down Alexander the Great. Also, Kauravas and Pandavas, who fought the epic war of Mahabharata, were also the descendants of King Sudasa. Western scholars easily misinterpret this battle to mean an invasion of nomadic people called Aryans, rather than simply a war in which the superior Aryan kings re-established the spiritual values and the Vedic Aryans' way of life.